Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be getting into the life, the history of, in my opinion, one of the greatest action stars of the 80s and the 90s. He is known as Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme was born October 18th in 1960. He was born in Berchem, St. Agatha, Brussels, in Belgium. He had quite the rise to fame. He's been in countless number of action films, and he, in my opinion, is one of the best action stars, mixed martial artists of the 80s and 90s. What up, guys? Grizzly here. I thought it would be a lot of fun to get into today's video, which topic of conversation, Jean-Claude Van Damme, because growing up, action movies, dude, there was something so special about the action movies from like 80s, 90s, even early 2000s. When I think back to like quality action movies, there's some nostalgia that the action movies of today, they just don't capture, right? One of my favorite action stars from all of those action movies, Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was in so many good movies. I haven't even seen all of them, honestly. I've seen, one of my favorites was The Quest, and Street Fighter, and Kickboxer. There's some things we're going to get into. Stuff that I didn't even know when I was researching, doing some research for just making this video. And also, making this video, there's a lot of bullshit articles and videos and stuff about Jean-Claude Van Damme dying this year. So, he's not dead. He's still alive and kicking. Pun intended. But, dude, so that's, one of the things, besides being an action star, one of the things that he was known for is just his beautiful kicks, dude. And a lot of that, of how great form and how beautiful his kicks looked, a big reason of that, I'm sure, is when he was younger, he actually did ballet. Remember that scene from Kickboxer? Homie's got some moves, right? He's killing it on the dance floor. And then he's killing the bad guys at the same time. And a lot of you have just subscribed to me recently, and a lot of you have actually come from that video that I put out, JCVD Kicks Ass, featuring T-Pain.
Be wanting to get high, cause that shit be looking like it be having niggas, you know what I'm saying? Believe it, hell.
Still, that's one of my best videos on this channel, and I had a lot of fun making that. It's a really cool video. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Quite the man, Van Damme. He was, like I said earlier in the beginning of this video, he was born in Brussels, in Belgium. And at the age of 10, his dad enrolled him into karate. And his style, it's Shotokan, karate, and kickboxing. And he went on to get his black belt in karate. At the time, he was 18. And at 16, that's when he started doing ballet, which he did for 5 years. Dance, I'm not a dancer. Oh, I mean, I do a lot of dancing, but I'm not professionally trained, okay? Everything I've done and learned, it's all just natural. No training took place. But he was a fan of dancing. He referred to it as an art. It was a big part of his life. He also said it was one of the most difficult sports. Coming from like karate and kickboxing, that's wow. But at the age of 15, he started doing competitive karate in Belgium from 76 to 1980. And dude, his record is pretty wild. Like a lot of these action movie stars that you see today, well, even back then, he probably could have fucked them all up with no problems. Because, get this, his amateur record, 44 wins, 4 losses. His kickboxing record, 18 wins by knockout, 1 loss. Dude, that's no joke, right? That's pretty cool. So he started, kicking ass and taking names, and then competed in some tournaments and stuff, karate tournament in Brussels, and he placed second at the Challenge Coup d'Espoir karate tournament. It was a 3-day tournament. He defeated 25 opponents before losing in the finals to a dude named Angelo Spataro. He had to face one of his old sparring partners and a dude named Patrick Tugels. But Van Damme fucked him up, and he won by a TKO in the first round, and Van Damme said it was one of his most memorable matches. Around that same time, he actually became a friend with none other than action star Chuck Norris. Also, one of my favorites. Maybe if you guys like this one, I'll do a video about Chucky Boy. They started sparring together and stuff and having some fun, and Van Damme actually became a bouncer at Woody's Wharf, Chuck Norris's bar that he owned. Van Damme was doing limousine driving and became a private karate instructor to make some extra dough. There was a short film called Monaco Forever that Chuck Norris was starring in, like a comedy short film.
Tu es drôlement habillé pour un dimanche matin. C'était une longue nuit au casino. Je ne me suis pas encore changé. Tu es de la région, là, hein? Non, pas du tout. Le ciel, qu'est-ce qu'il est formidable. Oui, comme il fait beau.
And Van Damme was also part of the stunt crew on that film. Van Damme, in 1987, in the movie Predator, it eventually got scrapped, but Van Damme was going to be the Predator character, dude. After just the way it went, Van Damme was actually glad that he didn't get that role. Just the way it worked out. And Van Damme's big breakout role was the movie Bloodsport. And I mean, it really is just kind of all history from there. I mean, you go through them. Chill. What are you doing? Can you get down? God. After Bloodsport, he was in Black Eagle, Cyborg, Kickboxer, Lionheart, Death Warrant, Double Impact, Universal Soldier, Nowhere to Run, Last Action Hero. It just keeps going and going, dude. Time Cop, Street Fighter. All the way through the 2000s. All the way up to... I mean, currently, he's still... I think, too, that's why he's one of the best action stars. He's been able to keep his career going and actually keep it relevant. I mean, I think the last thing I saw him in was The Expendables.
I'm sorry, sir, they were waiting.
Drop the weapons now.
Don't do it.
He's a strong soldier.
He had such a big rise to fame and stardom that, and I didn't even know this, but guess what? You know this game that we all know and love? Dude, he was the inspiration for the creators of Mortal Kombat. They based the whole fighting game off of Van Damme. And they originally wanted him to star in the game himself. But it fell through, and apparently he had like another deal with another game or something, so it never actually happened. But they decided, instead of Van Damme, they made Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage was originally supposed to be Van Damme. What? Wow. So that's pretty cool. And I mean, he's done a pretty good job of like keeping himself relevant. I mean, we all know that commercial that he did with the Volvos and the splits and stuff.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only
Dude, he is he's had a pretty amazing career. He's done so many things, and he's as legit as it gets. So Van Damme, one badass motherfucker. He's one of my favorites. I love the shit out of his movies. And he just seems like a cool guy and stuff. He really hasn't had like a bunch of weird stuff or controversies. I don't know. He had something with Chuck Zito, his old like stunt double, where they were kind of getting into some bullshit. But honestly, I think it was just Chuck Zito trying to turn nothing into something. You know? Living in Van Damme's shadow probably would do that. But, yeah. I thought it would be fun to do a little video like this and give you guys some background and kind of go through Van Damme and some of his highlights and why he's such a badass motherfucker, dude. So, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll catch you next time. Peace.